Hey, hi. Give me a quick hands up if you are already present in this live session. Am I audible? Okay. Yes, I am. So, welcome to DSC NSSE. Today, as we all know, web development is one of the most influential technologies in the market. And when it comes to web development, Angular is one of the most popular web application framework that is developed by Google itself. But when newcomers try to get into Angular development, they face difficulties regarding maybe the versions of Angular, the terminologies like directives, modules, and so many such things, right? So today we have with us Srishti Jain. Srishti is a Microsoft MVP and also a Google developer expert for Angular, right? So we'll invite her to take on the screen. So welcome, Srishti.
Hey, hello Rishiraj. Thank you for
Hey,
having
hi.
me.
So you can present your screen and then
Yeah.
the stage is
Let me
all
do
yours.
it. I think, yeah, I have shared that. I hope it is visible now. Hello, everyone. So, I'm really excited to have present this getting started with Angular session over here. I just want to know like how many of you are um, are beginner with this are what you call Angular or maybe a front end thing. Can I get it in comments? Like maybe what is like have you know HTML, CSS, or you are just a beginner in that? Can you just write into the comments? Okay. Okay. So let me start uh, introducing myself. Till then, you can just like let me know like what is your stage and how you want me to proceed. So So basically, I am Shrishti Jain and I am a software consultant, and also I'm a Microsoft MVP and a Google developer expert for Angular. Okay, so this is over here. This is my handle, Shrishti SJ on Twitter or maybe LinkedIn. Wherever you want to connect, you can connect me from there. And also, we are running one community which is called it. It's all about Angular. It's all about web. So you can just join it, and we are gonna do some really nice events over there in future. So just stay connected with us. Okay, so in this session, we are basically gonna talk about like why do we need front end framework. Okay, then introduction to Angular and TypeScript. Then we will talk about like how we can set up our environment to make Angular application in our system, right? So it is really a first phase. So we will talk about that, and then we will talk about the architecture of our Angular application. Then we will talk a basic concept of Angular, like how it works, and then we will maybe go through some handling APIs and all. Then we will see like how we can deploy our production like application in the production, right? So let's see how it goes. So basically, before we start, I do have some of my pictures from past. In 2020, I guess I do have one event only in like live event. Other than that, these are from 2019. But yeah, it was really a nice, and this my journey started from getting into some tech student community. I was student MSP, like Microsoft student partner. So it was really good to be there in the like technical communities from when I was student. So I will just like request you guys to just stay connected with these communities. They'll help you to like make network. They will help you to grow how you can like grow yourself. So these are basically this is from this first picture is from NG Sri Lanka, and this one is from NG India last this 2020. And after that, this one is like one event we have done over here in NG Indore. And yeah, this is from the same event. This is from Women Tech Makers. We have done this event like in January this year. And this is from She Sharp Corner 2020 event. Yeah, so this was also good. So basically, I'm just trying to say stay connected with any of technical group you think like uh, it will just try to update you with the leading technologies which are coming, or maybe it will just have you like you just have to stay connected with them and you will learn each and everything somehow. That's what my experience is. Okay, so just want to tell you about this all about web. It is a community like it is we have done a few events inside that it is like those were all online. And so you can connect with us on Twitter or maybe LinkedIn. And also like we are gonna do many of workshop in future also, so maybe it will help you to like develop your skills. Okay, so let's see what's there. Why do we need Angular? I think, yeah, that question must be there in your mind. So why do we Angular? Because Angular is a framework. Angular is not a library. So what framework means is it is a bundle of each and everything you may require while development, right? So it does have its CLI, right? So CLI, like you just have to hit command and it will just create whatever you ask for, right? So it is like that. I hope you might have used CLI maybe for GitHub, maybe for Git and anything, any CLI. It is like same kind of CLI, but it will help you with creating your Angular application. So it is like that. Then it has material designing. So like for CSS, for any kind of, maybe you want to have navbar in your um, application, so you just have to hit one command for material and it will create that material navbar for you. So it is really easy to create that. There is a protector, there's a PWA, then Angular have reactive form with it, so it is really easy to work with. Then languages, services, then elements. There are a lot of things which Angular contains. So this is why like there are so many libraries, and it is also good. But if you talk about Angular, so why you should go for it? Basically, it is a bundle of each and everything you may require while developing, and you just don't have to go and search for each other libraries again and again. So yeah, that's why I think it is really good. And so basically Angular, you might when you search about Angular, or maybe you talk about Angular somewhere, or maybe if you see job uh, job description somewhere, right? So you will see some term called Angular JS, and there's some term called Angular. So basically there is a there was like there is still this Angular JS. There is still one framework. It was basically a old Angular version, and it was totally like Angular. When it comes Angular 2 plus, it right now it is like Angular 10. I guess Angular 11 is going to release sometime. I'm not sure like it is, if it is released now. So basically the old Angular, it was like, so when anyone say Angular JS, it is Angular 1 point and 1.2, 1.3, or so on. And if someone say Angular 2, Angular 4, Angular 6 or 10 maybe, so it is like they are talking about this Angular, and they want you to learn this. So something like that. So there are two kind of, don't get confused in it. So introduction to Angular. Okay. So Basically, it is a front end client side JavaScript framework. What does that exactly means? So whenever you run anything on your browser, right, it understand your JavaScript, but it doesn't understand anything anything else, TypeScript or anything. So basically, it is kind of a framework which anything you can create by yourself and run it on your browser, right? It is created and maintained by Google and then entirely written in TypeScript. So yeah, we will talk about what is TypeScript in next upcoming slides. But yeah, it is really good. Uh, After that, used to build a single page application. We will talk about what is single page application in upcoming slides. Okay, so how this normal website works? You have your browser in your computer, then you have a one server, right? Where a application is deployed. You will request for some abc.com. Okay, it will give you response homepage of that abc.com, right? Then you will ask for page A, it will response page A, and so on. That thing will be done, right? So every time you will ask for anything, it will send request to server and then get the response to you. How it changes in single page application, right? So in single page application, over here, you do have your browser. Inside the server, when you request for abc.com, what it will do is it will send you complete application package to your browser, right? And after that, whenever you want to like go into some other page, it have that page inside the browser and it will upload that. You are asking for a page, it will go for that page. Then maybe you want some data from the database, so then it will hit the database and then get the response. Other than that, all these things will be there on your browser. It won't hit your server again and again. So that's how it helps, and it will update the part only which is required, right? Maybe let's see. Let's We will check some particular site, maybe Angular.io. Let's go to that. Okay, so let's see. Over here, there is one navbar. Getting started. Okay, so this navbar is same, right? Over in each and everywhere it is same. So what is happening over there? It won't really reload the page. If you'll see, it won't really reload the page. It will just update the content which is needs to be updated, right? So this is how Angular works. Uh, let's go back to our slides. Okay, so what is TypeScript? Basically, TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. So any JavaScript which is correct today, like any TypeScript, it is like run. We can convert it into the JavaScript anytime. So what happened when we create write any code in JavaScript? So what it does, it like we write in TypeScript. So what it does is it change it to transpile. What we call that process is transpile. So TypeScript code is transpiled to JavaScript, and then it like our browser is able to run that particular code written in TypeScript on the browser, right? So basically, our browser doesn't know anything other than JavaScript. Like basically, if we talk about our Angular, so it doesn't know TypeScript. So our code is transpiled to JavaScript, and then our browser, then it we upload that particular thing to our browser, and then it runs that and show us the result, right? It is created TypeScript is created by Microsoft. So yeah, we can see a merger. Google is using uh, things from Microsoft, like that Microsoft created. So it is really a good thing, sign that you can understand. It is really good to start with, because they are writing their whole framework in other language, right? TypeScript. So it is really You can think like it is really good. It has static typing. So what static typing means is when you create a variable in JavaScript, so you don't really have to write if it is a string, if it is a number, or anything, a decimal and all. So now in TypeScript, so what happened at that time when you create those variable like that? So in runtime, you can change the value. Maybe if you assign anything like name is equal to Shashti, and then you will assign name is equal to 1. So it will take it that thing and it won't give any error anytime, right? But basically what we need is if there will be any error at runtime. So to like avoid those things that happen, it will give you error at compile time only. In oops concept, so maybe if you have been using classes, interfaces, and all other oops concept which are there, so in TypeScript you can use it. If you can even use it in JavaScript, but it is a bit difficult to use. So it is like that. Similarly, like basically this it is TypeScript is similar to C Sharp or Java. So maybe some developer who already know, like who might have worked on Java or these kind of similar framework, they if they want to switch to front end, it would be easier for them to understand this particular uh, like framework or like language, right? So if they are switching to JavaScript alone, then it might be difficult for them because a bit the concept are different over there, but going with TypeScript is easier for them. Then let me just show you an example. So this is the JavaScript, right? So when you write variable, event name is getting started with Angular, right? In TypeScript there is an optional thing, like you can give this variable, like okay, we are saying like this variable is a string, right? And if it is a string, then if you'll in future in somewhere in a code you will assign it event name is equal to 1 maybe, so it will give you error. Same, you can create the classes over here, like class employee and then id and something like that. It is like possible in JavaScript also, like using TypeScript. So if you go with vanilla JavaScript, it can be done, but it is a bit difficult. And TypeScript making is easier for us to like make these classes and all. Okay, so basically setting up development environment for Angular application, right? So it is a basic first step towards the our like developing any application. So what you have to do is you just have to install Node.js in your system. So why do we need to install Node.js? Because we are going to use those npm packages. Node.js comes up with a package manager which is known as npm, right? Node Package Manager. So we will be using that in our application to get the packages from, like, right. So we will install Node in our application for that on our system, I'm sorry. And then we will install TypeScript. So you just have to go to this typescript.lang. Just you can go on Google and search for install TypeScript, and then you will get this command. So you just have to write npm install -g and TypeScript, so it will install TypeScript in your system, right? And basically what it does is, it is TypeScript compiler. You give it a file that okay, hello world.ts. What it will do, it will just create transpile your file and it will create hello world.js. And when you serve it to browser, it will run that particular JS file over there. Okay, so that's how it works. Then you have to install Angular CLI. So you just have to hit this command and npm install -g @angular and slash CLI. You will use this command and Angular CLI will be installed on your system. I would recommend using it in like run this command in command prompt using administrator mode. So that would add in the link into your path and all those things like environment variable and all. So it will help you that way. So also you can go and check it like that ng version, and it will give you the version of your this particular what you call your ng like Angular CLI which is installed on your system. So let me just quickly run that for you. Uh, Wait a minute. So I do have this. Let me run ng version, and it will give me okay. This is the version I'm running right now. So I do have 11.0.5, and node version is this, my operating system, all those things it will like show us. So it is really cool. And after that in this in this particular session I will be using Visual Studio Code. I really like this editor. It is really easy and open source, so it does have many kind of like extension which can help you while development. So I really recommended you to use it. But else if you have any other editor, just go for it. Okay. So basically what we'll do is we will first create new Angular application right now, and then we will try to understand the architecture of that Angular application, right? So over here, let's say, let me just close this one. Okay. And what I'm doing is I have this uh, NSEC, right? Inside that, I'll open the command prompt, and I hope it is visible. Okay, and command prompt is there. Let me try if I can. So I'll give a command over here. I want to create new application. Okay, so I'll write a command which is ng new, and I'll say my application name. So I want to create application which is called my app NSEC, right? Let's say this is my app name, and I will just hit this command. So what it will does, it will ask me some questions. So it asks me, do you want to enforce this strict type checker and all? So I'll say yes, I want that. Then it is asking me, would you like to add Angular routing? I said yes, I need that. What style sheet you want in your application? So maybe I'll go with CSS right now. You will go with anything you are comfortable with. So it is like we added it. So these particular files are created, and now it is installing npm packages. So till it is installing, we will check this. We'll come over here. What we will do, we will open it in command prompt. So what you have to do, just open this and just write code dot. If you have installed Visual Studio Code in your system, it will just like open that particular folder in VS Code. So I hope it is visible, right? Okay. So what I want is just want to go through the architecture, how the application when you run the application, how it should how you should go, right? So basically on the first level over here there is one folder E2E, that means end-to-end testing. So basically right now we are not going to cover this testing part, but yeah, this is for that. And after that there is one folder src. So inside this src folder all our code is over here. And over here if you'll see, there is one package.json, right? So basically package.json is a file over where all the dependencies of Angular is written, like what particular what particular packages you want to install in your application. So it is over there. So basically, when what it does when we run the application, it will like npm, which is Node Package Manager. It will check for the particular packages over here. If those aren't available, it will try to install that packages and then you'll run it, right? So Node package package.json is particularly for node related npm related commands. So we write it over here, and after that. If you see these tsconfig, so tsconfig for TypeScript, when I already told you there is a TypeScript compiler, right? It will convert all our JavaScript TypeScript code to JavaScript. So we have to write all the like configuration over here. So if we want to change anything, if you want to change like any JavaScript version and all, then you can change it from here. And after that there is one main thing, which is Angular JSON. So inside Angular JSON file, there's everything related to your Angular project, right? Over here you will see, okay, this will be our schema of our project. It is saying, okay, this is projects inside. It is saying inside the projects root we do have project. So we do have this my app NSEC, right? And over here, if you'll see the architecture of our project, right? Over here, it is saying, okay, output path will be this. If you want to change it, we can do it. So index file will be this name. Main file is this. Polyfills and all the configuration. It is there. And over here maybe we want to insert some images and all, we can write it over here. When we build our application, it will add those particular files or images in that dest folder directly, like you don't have to add it from any webpack and all. So it will do it from here. And then any css style you want to include, so you can add that file over here. If you want to use any particular JavaScript from outside, you can write it here, it will use it. Then it comes to configuration. So what it is saying, okay, if I want to change anything when I use for production, so I want to change these particular things, right? So what it is saying, like replace file, I do have this environments file, where it is inside src in environment. If I'll go, there is this environment file. So what it is, normally it is using this environment.ts, right? But if I'll use a production settings, it will change it to this, right? It is saying like that. So all the configuration we can make changes over here. As you can see, okay, I want to optimize my code while like it is on production, so it is saying yes. You can have a budget. Maybe you do have a lot of bundles with you, so you want to make them like there should be a warning. Okay, if it is more than this, there should be a warning. If it is more than that, this 1 MB, then there should be error while we are doing while we are building our application. So these kind of things are over there. Then there are some particular command, what it should be done when we hit this particular command. So all the things related to Angular will be there. So when you will run the application, right? When so how this particular thing know that this is an Angular application? How our compiler ng compiler, it will know that this is an Angular application. So it will first search for angular.json in our root folder. If it is present, then it will understand, yeah, this is an Angular application and I do have to pick the particular command from here. So this is how it goes. After that, over here you will see there are a lot of files inside our this src folder, right? So we'll try to understand it one by one. Okay, so environment you just I just told you like environment.prod. Inside that it is production. We can add another folder also. So over here we have this environment related settings, and then okay. So over here if you'll come, so basically now we are starting with Angular this. Okay, so this is you if you have worked on any of the web application, so there is something called index.html, right? So it is a home page or maybe the first page which we run when we run our application, right? So basically what happened, we have this index.html, and inside that we are saying okay, app root, app, app root. So we know this body, right? We know this head. Inside that html it is there, but this is something new, right? I hope like you might have haven't seen this before, like if you have worked on only on html. So this is something new from where it came. So basically what happened here is, what we does over here, we loaded, okay, I want to use this, and we are bootstrapping our app module inside our application, right? If you will come over here, okay, wait a minute. If you see inside this is our app module, right? And it is our application is bootstrapping this main inside our index, right? And then we will come to this app module, and inside this app module, if we will see there is a lot of things which is written, right? So we will try to understand. So what is basically ng module? So this is the first concept of our angular. the, what is angular module, or maybe what is ng module? So this is what it is, particularly what we will see a bunch where we can write all our components, all our modules. If you want to import all the services related thing, we can import it over here. So inside the modules we can maybe let's how I can tell you, like you do have one class, and then you have some interfaces, you have a lot of functions, and what you'll do is you can make a bunch of that, right? So it is like that. So ng module consists of all different type of component and all. So inside that, in declaration array, there are multiple arrays. You'll see over here. So inside the declarations array, we do write all our components. Components we will talk about it in just in few minutes, but just try to understand. In declaration array we do write our directives, we do write our components over here, anything we created. So ng module should know, okay, this component is I know this particular component, and when we call this app module somewhere, so it will know, okay, this particular component is present. So that's why we have to declare it over here. Then it comes import. Then when we can import other modules over here. So basically right now it has like Angular imported a particular module, like browser module, app routing module. And inside providers array we can add it services. Right now it doesn't have any service, so that's why it is blank, but we can add it. And then we can bootstrap. So we are bootstrapping our first component. So what will be the first? So it is adding it like that. So it is basically a bundle of each and everything. So how we write it is at the rate module, ng module. So we call it a decorator. So if any particular class, this app module is a class, and on the top of that there is this ng module decorator, and it have this particular metadata inside that. So when a particular class topped with this ng module, any kind of this decorator, then it is a ng module or a Angular module. So this is how Angular compiler got to know, okay, this thing is a class, a module. Okay, basically we'll go to our component. over here we have created one component. What, how, like over as it was there previous. So this is a particular class which is app component, and it is stopped with what, this at the rate component decorator. So inside this, it has a selector, it has a template URL, it has your style URL. So basically what it does is, it class, we are connecting it with one HTML CSS, and it does have this selector. So whenever you want to use this particular component in the what you call in HTML, you can use this selector. So this is the same selector which we have seen over here, app root, right? This is the same selector. So when we are running this application, what it is doing is, it is copying this particular thing over there inside our screen. So what it does is, it has a title and it is saying my app, right? And we will see over here is, if we'll see, we will search for find. Okay, so over here what it is doing is, it is interpolating this, like it is typing whatever this type title variable has, it will write it over here. So what we will do is, we will just try to run our application once. So what we will do is, okay, so we will just run a command to run our application. What you have to do is ng serve. It will application. Okay. Okay, there is some issue with that, but let me just try it once if I can, and do ng build. Yeah, so this is what happened when you try to do some demo somewhere, and this is what happened. So this is not a new thing. Yeah, so I will have to check it. Maybe there's, so what I did is, like I just switched my system. So somehow there is some configuration which I might have missing. So I'll try to run it afterwards. So what happened? Let me just open it in open it. So we are just opening our stack plates. We will try to create an Angular application there, and I'll try to demonstrate how it will run, right? So there's some issue with my uh, configuration. So let's see if it will work here. So basically, same architecture is present over here. What we were doing, right? Let me just increase the font a bit. I hope it is visible. Okay, so architecture is same. So over here there is a particular classes, and over here there is a name, right? So what I was trying to show you is, if you'll see inside this HTML, there is a name. It is under this interpolation, and if we'll change this particular name over here, where it is, okay. So if I'll change, okay, hello NLCC, right? So if we run it, it just change it, right? Just remove it. We do have to twice hello. Yeah. So it is like that. It is just like that. This is that easy. So here we have created this component here. So I'm telling you again. So basically, any class which is decorated with this particular at the rate component decorator, it is known as Angular component. This is how our Angular compiler will understand how this class is a component. There is not anything related to name. Okay, if you write the component inside its name, it will be a component. Yeah, first thing, yeah, it is a notation. Yeah, you should use it, but component, yeah, our compiler will only understand when you use this decorator on the top of it and with this particular metadata it has. After that, we'll go for over here. You can see routing. So if it has some particular app routes, so we will try to cover it in maybe next our next upcoming session. But yeah, so basically, if you I have already told you, right? Over here, if you'll see this particular URL, right? If you are seeing that, if I click it over here, it will change this URL. So these particular routings are happening how we due to like it is configured over here inside the routing, so it is not really updating. If you'll go and see inspect over here, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just clearing up the cache inside the network. Okay, so just check it over here. I'm emptying the cache and it will load each and everything, right? And now I'll clear everything from here. Now I'm going to, let's say, okay, now I'm going to features. It won't download each and everything again. Then if I'll go to resource, it won't download each and everything, right? If I'll go to docs, it will just download that particular thing. Now it knows we already was there on the features, right? So it won't download other files. It will just download this SVG and all, right? So basically, it will just ask for the things it doesn't have. Other than that, everything it will be like everything is there in our cache. If we can try it once again. Let's clear it again. So now it is downloading each and everything. Over here you can see index.json, right? Then you'll see this main, this polyfills, right? And it will download each and everything like again and again. But after that, if you'll see, it won't ask for it. It is just opening, it is just asking for what it doesn't have. Over here, you have seen this docs.json, right? When we first click on docs.json, let's say we will go again on this, and then we will go to docs.json. It doesn't ask for it because our browser cache already have. So this is how this uh, front end frameworks make it really easy for us to like make our application really fast. So it cached each and everything. So this is how it is. And so basically, I have already told you these are the Angular modules. It contains of declaration array, imports array, providers array, and bootstrap array. Okay. After that, here it comes for Angular component. So inside the component, yeah. So inside the component, basically, you just have to give this particular metadata. Where it is, yeah. And then what it does is template URL. This particular component is connected with this particular HTML. It is saying, right? This component is connected with this particular CSS file. So this is how it is connected. And then it comes to service. So for serving, like if you want to do any API call, if you don't want to do those things, it can be done from there. So, and basically, if you want to build your application for production, so basically, my system doesn't allow me. It has some issue. But if you want to build your application, right? So what you have to do is you have to use this ng build command over here. You can see. And after that, if you want to use the configuration you have for production, right? So you just have to go and write production flag, and that's all. If you'll just click the hit that prod flag with, right, so it will run all the things with production configuration and give you a particular dest, like you a folder over here, and inside that you will have those build, and you have to push those build into your like anywhere, like with FileZilla or anything which with whatever you are using, and you it is ready, your application is ready to run over there. Yeah, I think I am done from my side. And so basically this is my Twitter handle and this is my GitHub. And also like mm, this like team will be sharing those slides with you, so you can like go through it again and just let me know the questions you have. And yeah, I can we can go for with the questions if we have any. Okay, so what is meant by bootstrapping? Bootstrapping is we are just like the first component we have to insert inside our application. So what it will be. So that's what we are bootstrapping, that component or module inside our application. So over here, I think you are asking from here. So we are giving a first component which it should be loading. So that's what a bootstrapping is. Anything else we do have? Any particular hardware specification required for installation? No, I don't think like it works everywhere. So there is no particular hardware installation. Yeah, but like because it is really a lightweight framework, and also you can run it if you do have 4 GB of RAM, and that's all it will work. Like for basic projects at least it will work easily. There's nothing like that. So I would recommend you, just what you can do is you guys can go through slides once, and there are just only 4 steps, right? So you just have to install Node.js, then you have to install Typescript and CLI, right? Angular CLI, and just try to create one application and try to run, like if you are able to run that, and just let me know anywhere if you are like if you are facing any issue, or if you are able to build that, just let me know, maybe via LinkedIn, maybe via Twitter, or maybe anywhere whenever you guys are available, just let me know, like if you are able to do that. It would be really good to have those feedback if you guys are really using it, and I would love to help you guys if you are facing any other issue while creating any application, maybe as a beginner or maybe in future also. Is it possible to build iOS apps with Angular? I don't know. I haven't really tried. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to you with on this answer. I haven't tried it anytime. Which testing framework will be best for unit test in Angular? So this Angular comes up with this Jasmine and Karma. So I think that is a good one. I have only used Karma, so I am not sure about Zest. You can go with Karma because it is already built in, I guess. Anything else?
I guess that's it with the questions. We had a wonderful session with you. People
Yeah.
loved it. We have another question here, so you can take that.
Okay. Okay. Is it possible to do micro front-end application with Angular? If so, is there any link for it? I think yes, we can divide our application in like that. but yeah, I'll have to search those links. Maybe you can connect with me somewhere. I'll go for those links and I'll share it with you. I'll definitely like go for like how we can create it, and I'll share it whenever it will possible. So just please connect with me somewhere and just ping me, so I'll be like will be available to share the question. Uh, is there is any plugins for the VS Code for Angular? Yeah, so what we can do is you can just go over here in VS Code, right? In extension, you just write Angular. So there is one snippet, Angular Essentials by John Papa. So what you can do, you can just go and install this one. So what it will do, it has many other like these packages over there. So it will help you to develop the application, any Angular application. So it is adding all each and everything. Just go and install. It is Angular Essentials by John Papa. So I really like this. You can use that too. Let me know the feedback. Uh, any other thing? Is it there?
Okay, so if you have any other questions, you can reach out to Srishti in her Twitter account, or even in her in the description of this video. And
Mhm.
also, the link to this slide will be available in the description of this. So go ahead and explore these slides after this session. So
Yes.
I guess that's it for this video. We had a wonderful time. Thanks for making this happen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
So let's end this there.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.